Hello and welcome. If this is your first time, thank you for watching. In this video, what I'm going to be doing is providing you a guide to how you can reduce the likelihood of your visa application being rejected based on your financial criteria for your student visa. I cover off a few key points that you need to consider, and I also provide you a link to my financial template that can help you in providing the information that you need to the department, as well as it helps you to identify if you have the funds available to be able to study and support yourself in Australia. Hello, my friend, and welcome to Education Without Borders. My name is Rob Dianovich, where we help international students to build a better future for themselves and their families. One of the biggest challenges that I find when international students are applying to obtain their visa is that they don't provide enough evidence of their financials. And this is an area, one of two major areas where students can get knocked back for their visa application to stop them from studying here in Australia. The other is their statement of purpose to show their genuine temporary entry requirements. Now, this is something that I'll cover in a different video, but for today, what I wanted to do was just focus on the financials when you're applying for your visa. As part of your visa process, you need to demonstrate that you have the finances to support yourself while you're living in Australia. And there's a couple of things that you need to address as part of that criteria. The first thing is that you need to demonstrate that you have the funds available to pay for your course. The second thing you need to look at is how much money will you have available to you that will help you live while you're here in Australia. Now, when you're looking at the living side of things, you're looking at things such as accommodation, food, travel, paying for your tuition fees for school, having some spare money in case there's an emergency. So those things are looked at when the department is looking at your financials. One big mistake that international students make is that they feel like that they will get a job here in Australia very easily, and that sometimes may not be the case. So by thinking about coming to Australia with just having enough money to cover the living expenses and the tuition may not be enough, and it can get you into financial trouble. So one suggestion I'd like to say is that as long as you can show at the start that you have the available funds to pay for your tuition and you've got enough money to show that you can live, and generally that money to live in Australia can be somewhere between $18,000 to $20,000, right? And then you need to include your cost of your course on top of that. Then when you're looking at it from that point of view, I suggest that you create a template or a budget that will show that you have enough money to support yourself for that period of time. From there, then you can look at coming to Australia and maybe looking for some part-time work while you're studying. This helps in two ways. One way that it helps is that it helps you to not go into your savings and use up all your savings. And the second part is it gives you a little bit of flexibility. So when you're here, the whole point of being in Australia is to experience the culture, the area that you live in. So it helps you to have some spare money so you can explore Australia and see what it has to offer as well, without being under stress of not having enough finance to be able to do this. So when it comes to demonstrating your finances, there is a requirement for you to submit a document to outline what your financials look like. So what I have done is I've developed a template to help you to put information together that you can submit to the department to outline what your financials will look like. Not only is it useful for that, but it also helps you before you submit your documentation to identify in yourself, do you have enough financials to support yourself? And if you don't, then you can look at opportunities of how you can address this before you provide your final submission to the department. This will strengthen your visa application process to help you to be successful in obtaining your visa in Australia for your studies. So the information that I'm providing is based on experience, but I would always recommend that you talk to your migration agent to verify what I'm saying, and just in case if there's been any changes between when you've watched this video to when you've made your application. So always double check with your agent, migration agent, to make sure that the information you're providing, the information I'm providing is accurate at the time. If you would like a copy of the financial template, please use the email link below to email me, and I would be more than happy to send you a copy. If you do have any other questions or need some assistance, maybe looking for a migration agent or looking at different courses that you might be considering in studying, please feel free to make a booking with myself, and I'd be more than happy to have a chat with you.